Hey VC, it's Ted. I'm really active on the Facebook almost every night, but I don't do video, so here goes. We're gonna start with a monster. This is one of my favorite guitarists, and this is a very dynamic record. It's Sonny Sharrock Band, See the Rainbow. And as many of his albums, it's going to completely showcase his guitar playing, but the players are great. It's got Bill Laswell on there in his band. You can see that those are the players there. This is on Enemy. It's a later album from 1987. Looks like it's a label that features rap music. Absolute monster. It's got the song Dick Dogs on it, which there's a famous YouTube live clip that's great. You guys should check that out. Try to make this video short. The next one is a guy named J.W. Farquhar, and the album's from 1973, and it's a rock album, but the vocals are very low in the mix, but they're still prominent, if you know what I mean. It has real catchy verses and hooks, almost like what you would hear on a classic rock song, but then it also has some tribal beats, and it's very dreamy, long songs, 6, 8, 9 minutes, and a couple of songs where there's 2 and 3 parts to it. Here's a picture of him. The label is a private label called Brain Blow Brew. Let me see if I can get you a shot of the label. It's a basic label. It's funny because the name of some of the players, like this dude here, his name is Slash Mullethead. You guys should check this out if you get a chance. I've been spinning that a lot. This is what we're listening to, and probably has gotten the most needle drops from me in the past couple of weeks. This is Illusion by Isotope. This is from 1975. This is a fusion record. Heavy guitar organ fusion, and it's got some great players. It's got Gary Boyle here, who's put out some great solo stuff. But my favorite player is Hugh Hopper, and I've got some more of his stuff coming. 1984 and another album, and he's just fantastic. The whole album is great start to finish, and this is on all the Isotope stuff is on Gold Records, and oddly enough, they are Gold Records is they're a product of Motown. Gosh, I just love this record. I hope you guys can hear it. They also have I think they have 5 or 6. One of them's a greatest hits, and I have this one and the first one up on the shelf, but I haven't listened to it yet. Maybe tonight. Okay, this record here from 1976, reissued in 82, originally off the MPS, and this is on Epic. This is George Duke solo keyboard album, and this is a killer fusion record. And sadly, this is the only thing that I have from him. from the early 70s. I have a lot of Zappa, and where he's a big player on, but I don't have this. And the first song on here is just blows me away. It's called Mr. McFreeze. And the titles on these are kind of funny because he's got a tribute to Spock, and called Spock Gets Funky, and Vulcan Mind Probe. God, this is just a classic record. I mean, what a great player! What a great player, Mr. Duke. Okay, Goodwill find, and this is on CTI. Ooh. And usually I'm not really impressed with CTI releases. A handful. The Milt Jackson Sunflower comes to mind. That's great. This is Don Sebastian, Rape of El Moror. And the cover, fantastic. If they even get a nipple in there. Gatefold. That's Mr. Sebastian right there. It's funny, at the bottom here it says you could send in $1.50 and get a frameable photo of this. Kind of creepy, isn't it? But anyway, he's got Ron Carter on here. This has jazz rock, electronic. It's got some ambient. The first song has these crazy African singers just belting it out, and it's the Rape of El Moror. That's the first song. But I mean, you just have to listen to it. There's a couple of clips. I think there's 2 clips: the Rape of El Moror and Footprints of the Giant on YouTube. Try to find those because I mean, really, this has got to be probably number 2 on my favorite CTI releases. I have quite a few, but I just don't. It's not stuff that screams out at me that I listen to all the time. But that one really got to me. Wow, this is a killer fusion jazz rock record. And I'd like to thank John Coltrane 68, because this is a Canorius Dons related piece. They're on Inner City, and that's just an album that I got because Chris showed it, and it just absolutely blew my mind. And this is the band that they were in before. This is called Secret Oyster Sea Sun. This is from 1974 on Peters International Cosmos label. There's a picture of them on the back here. And this is just fantastic. It's all instrumental. There's a song on here that just seems so familiar to me, and I mean, I listened to it over and over the other night, and it is Rainforest. It's the second song on side 2. Just so good. You know what? Let's hear that. Rainforest. Ari. Beautiful. Hey, if we were doing Give Me 10, I would stop right now. That's for Fred. You know what? I think this is the wrong song. Sorry, guys. I know you guys need to be cutting the grass and stuff, but bear with me. Aha! That's it. So in fact, this is called Mind Movie. I think the whole album is actually on YouTube. Just look up Secret Oyster full album. I hope you guys can hear this. Okay. The next one is just an absolute classic. Yeah, I think I listened to this back to back 3 times earlier this week. This is a ECM, classic ECM release from '75, which is absolutely fantastic. Look at the players: Abercrombie, Asianette, Jan Hammer. There's John. What a label! What a label, ECM. I love this. Big guitars, big keyboards, big drums. 12-minute songs. What else can you say? Okay, this album here I picked up yesterday, half price, and this album just absolutely blew me away. And when I first saw it, this is from 1987. Software, Sin Code, Symphony for Computer and DNS Molecules. Derek said he had a release from these guys. And here's who the release is from. Michael Weiser and Peter Mergener. And this is, both of these guys study electronic sampling, doing digit codes, but this actually, they've added natural sounds, thunder, rain, there's whale noises in here, guitars, flutes, saxophones, congas, wood flute. Absolutely gorgeous and not boring at all. From '87. Just a beautiful release. Ambient. Let's see what the label looks like. It gives you a big history of sound waves. And the team that put it together, there's the 2 guys. Oh yeah, I remember the label now. It's a guitar chord. I love it. Very nice release, heavy vinyl. Hope you guys are digging that Secret Oyster. Man, it's so good. Oh, this was a long time one. I think one night on Facebook we started showing these, or lots of stuff by this guy. This is Mort Garson, and this was the one that I was missing. It's called the Wozard of Is. Wozard of Is. and they actually do the story of Wizard of Oz. He tells it on here, but it's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different. Psych fuzz guitars, Mort's crazy electronics. What a weird, wonderful dude he was, huh? Okay, A&M Records, and I forgot the year. "15 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's not going to tell me the year. Okay. 70s for sure, because the other stuff I have from them is 60s. Okay, this record here just blew me away. This is a German drummer, and this is, I can't find a year on this, but I know it's recent. This is Christian Kromer, Drum Lesson. Sweet. Electronic. Absolutely lots of percussion. World infused. Jazz infused. Absolutely great. 2-record set. Apparently this guy has his own recording studio in Germany called the Kromer Basement. Here's some of the players. You can tell it's a house, and they just have every room designated for a different instrument. God, this is great. I think I bought it because of the cover. I mean, that looks like a James Bond enemy or something there. 2 more. Okay, this is ambient relaxation record that's just fantastic. It's called Music for Zen Meditation. On Verve, oddly enough, on Verve. Oh wait, I'm not showing it. Here. Verve. Got Japanese players and Tony Scott on clarinet. Gatefold. Absolutely beautiful record. It's got wood flute, congas, just gorgeous. Then you can find a year on here. Clarinet. Shinichi Yuichi Kodo, Ozan Yamamoto. The instruments they play, the kodo and the shakuhachi. From 1964. Gorgeous. Verve Records. That just blew me away that it was on Verve. Of all the stuff that I have. Okay, last one. I believe these guys are Canadian. On Fortuna. Records from 1984. Ambient, gosh, just atmospheric, flowing. Well, here, sparkling, warm, rhythmic journeys via flute and innovative digital orchestrations where unexpected vistas open out of the half-forgotten dreamscapes of the soul. Long songs. The band is Emerald Web, and this is great. This is just fantastic. 1984. Very cool picture. It's got everything. Mainly digital. Lots of synths. track list. There they are. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Hope to see you guys on the Facebook. And until next time, bye.